So the next question is for the signals S1 of t, S2 of t, S3 of t and S4 of t shown in the figure. Find the set of orthonormal basis functions using Gram-Schmidt's orthogonalization procedure. It is asked for 8 marks from July 2019. Okay, so these are the signal S1 of t. So here your amplitude is 1. Okay, 0 to t by 3, S2 of t 0 to 2t by 3. S3 of t by 3 to t, you have the amplitude as 1 here. S4 of t 0 to t, your amplitude is 1. Okay. So what are the two main tasks given in your question? You have to find out your orthonormal basis function, that is n number of orthonormal basis function. What are your orthonormal basis function? Phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t, etc. Right? And first condition is you have to find out how many number of orthonormal basis function you have. Okay, so for that there is a condition. Here you have how many message signal? 1 2 3 4. So message signal is equal to 4. Message signal capital M is equal to 4. Okay, now you have to find out how many number of orthonormal basis function you have. N is equal to question mark. So there is a condition, and you know that n is always less than or equal to m, right? So that is the number of orthonormal basis function will be equal to the number of independent message signal. So linearly independent message signal. So from the question, this is M. Okay. So you have to see how many number of linearly independent message signal is there. So here it is 0 to t3, here it is 0 to 2t by 3, and here it is t by 3 to t. See here your S4 of t is from 0 to t. Can I write S4 of t as a combination of, here you have from 0 to t by 3 and from t by 3 to t. So can I write S4 of t is equal to S1 of t plus S3 of t? Okay, so I can tell that S4 of t is dependent, linearly dependent signal. So excluding your S4 of t, what are the other number of signals you have? S1 of t, S2 of t and S3 of t. So the total number of linearly independent message signal is equal to 3. Therefore, your orthonormal basis function is also equal to 3. So you have 3 number of orthonormal basis function, that is phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t and phi 3 of t. Okay, this is one shortcut to find out what are the number of orthonormal basis function you have. Okay, so let us go on to your first step. Step 1, you are going to find out your first basis function. So before that, these are just your recalling your important points. So you know that energy of the signal is equal to 0 to t into si square of t into dt. Intermediate function gi of t is equal to si of t into summation j is equal to 1 to I minus 1. Sij into phi j of t. Sij is equal to 0 to t si of t and phi j of t into dt. Therefore, phi I of t is equal to gi of t divided by, what is the function? Energy of gi of t. Okay, so these are the important points which you have, important formulas which you have, which we have seen in the Gram-Schmidt's orthogonalization procedure derivation. Okay, so in the step 1, let us find, your task is to find your first basis function. So what is your first basis function? It is written as phi 1 of t, right? Phi 1 of t is equal to S1 of t divided by root E1. You are going to write the signal directly. So how will you find out E1? E1 is equal to 0 to, so what is your limit? You have S1 of t. S1 of t is equal to, see here you have 0 to t by 3. So you have here 0 to t by 3, S1 square of t into dt. So you will, what is your S1 square? S1 square, your amplitude is equal to 1, right? So you will be having 1 square into dt. So 1 will be a constant, t you will be having 0 to t by 3. Apply the integration, right? So upper limit is t by 3. So what you will be getting? T by 3 minus 0. So you are getting E1 is equal to t by 3 joules. Now you can find out what is S1 of t. S1 of t is equal to phi 1 of t into root E1. So what will be your phi 1 of t? Phi 1 of t is equal to S1 of t divided by, you have got t by 3, right? So root t by 3. So I can write phi 1 of t is equal to 1 by root t by 3, or you can write S1 of t divided by root t by 3. So this will be your equation. So phi 1 of t is equal to, so phi 1 of t is equal to root t by 3. 1 by root t by 3 you have written here, it is written as root 3 by t. You can write it in any way, okay. So root 3 by t for your time duration 0 less than t by 3 and for 0 otherwise. So this is your first basis function, and I can draw the first basis function, right? So first basis function phi 1 of t will be equal to what into s1 of t? Root 3 by t into s1 of t. So what will be your value you will be getting here? It is 1, right? So if I multiply by root 3 by t, what you will be getting? Instead of 1, you will be getting the amplitude as root 3 by t. That is what written here. Root 3 by t, and the duration is 0 to t by 3. So your first basis function is now found out. Now moving on to the second basis function. To find the second basis function, what you have to introduce? You have to introduce your intermediate signal, right? So what was your intermediate signal? Gi of t. Gi of t is equal to Si of t minus summation j is equal to 1 to I minus 1 Sij into phi j of t. Now what is your condition? This is your second basis function. So I is equal to 2. What will be your equation now? G2 of t is equal to S2 of t minus j is equal to 1 to I minus 1. What is your I? I is equal to 2, right? 2 minus 1 is 1. So j is equal to 1 to 1 S2j into phi j of t. Now j is equal to 1. So you can again modify your signal as G2 of t is equal to S2 of t minus, instead of j you are applying it as 1, S21 into phi 1 of t. So this is going to be your G2 of t. Now here you have to find out your value for S21. So what is your Sij formula? Coefficient you have to apply. So S21 is equal to 0 to t S2 of t into phi 1 of t into dt, right? Now you have to find out what is your limit here. So how will you find out what is your limit? So what is your, for example, what is your S2 of t? From your question, S2 of t is equal to, you have 0 to 2 t by 3, amplitude is 1. So 1, 0 to 2 t by 3, okay. So 0 to 2 by 3 into, what is your phi 1 of t? So this is your phi 1 of t. Phi 1 of t, what was your limit? 0 to t by 3. T by 3, your amplitude is root 3 by t. So you have to see what are your common area. So 0 to, here it is 2t by 3 and here it is 0 to t by 3. So 0 to t by 3 will be common in both the cases, right? That's why you have taken your limit as 0 to t by 3. So here it will be 0 to t by 3. Here 0 to t by 3. You have applied the limit, okay? So here it is not t, it is t by 3. So 0 to t by 3, S2 of t amplitude is 1, right? So 1 into phi 1 of t, substitute the value. What is your amplitude? Root 3 by t into dt. Now root 3 by t, take it as your constant, then apply integration. So t, what will be a limit? 0 to t by 3. So root 3 by t into t by 3 minus 0. So what will be a value? Root 3 by t into t by 3. Can I write t as root t into root t and 3 as root 3 into root 3? That's what written here. So you can cancel 1 root t and 1 root 3. Balance will be root t by 3. So S21 will be equal to, what will be the value? Root t by 3. Now you have calculated the value for S21. Can you substitute in this formula? Therefore G2 of t will be equal to, what will be a formula? S2 of t minus root t by 3 into phi 1 of t. So this will be your G2 of t. Now you have got G2 of t. Okay. Now can I draw it using your diagram? What is the value for your G2 of t? So here you have S2 of t minus root 3 by t by 3 into phi 1, right? So what was your S2 of t? Amplitude 1, 0 to 2 t by 3. Just redraw this, okay. Now what will be your phi 1 of t? You know that amplitude was root 3 by t, right? But here the value is root t by 3 into phi 1 of t. So here you will be getting root t by 3 and root 3 by t will be getting cancelled. So you will be getting the amplitude as 1. So the duration is 0 to t by 3. So now what you have to subtract S2 of t and that is root t by 3 into phi 1 of t, subtract from S2 of t, okay. So what will you get? So g2 of t is nothing but s2 of t first diagram minus your second diagram minus root t by 3 into phi 1 of t. So for the time duration 0 to t by 3, what is your value? Your here amplitude is 1, here also it is 1. So 1 minus 1 it will be equal to 0. So you will not be getting any signal. For the duration t by 3 to 2t by 3, what will be your value? Here it is 0, right? So 1 minus 0 will give you 1. So that is the reason why you are getting here only for the time duration t by 3 to 2t by 3, you will be getting the amplitude as equal to 1. Now you have got your g2 of t. Okay. Now can you find the energy of the signal Eg2 of t? Eg2 of t is equal to 0 to t g2 square of t into dt. Now you have to see what is your limit. Limit is from t by 3 to 2t by 3. That is for g2, right? So that's why it is written t by 3 to 2t by 3. What is your amplitude? 1. So 1 square into dt. Again apply the integration. So 1 into t of t by 3 to 2t by 3. So 2t by 3 minus t by 3. What you will be getting? G2 of t will be equal to t by 3. Now what is your second basis function? You can apply the formula, right? Phi 2 of t is equal to, what is your formula? Gi of t divided by root of Egi of t. In this case it is 2, right? G2 of t divided by root of Eg2 of t, which is equal to G2 of t divided by root of, what is your energy value? T by 3, right? So root of t by 3. So what is your value? You can write it as such, or you can take it towards a numerator. So phi 2 of t, I can write it as root 3 by t into g2 of t. Okay, so this is your second basis function. So therefore the diagrammatic representation of phi 2 of t is equal to, phi 2 of t is equal to what? Root 3 by t into g2 of t, right? So g2 of t, your amplitude is 1. So into root 3 by t, you will be getting the amplitude as root 3 by t. Time period is t by 3 to 2t by 3. Therefore phi 2 of t can be written as root 3 by t for the time duration t by 3 to 2t by 3 and 0 otherwise. Okay, so you have now the second basis function. Now you are going for step 3, that is to find out the third basis function. So what is a formula here? Intermediate gi of t is equal to si of t minus summation j is equal to 1 to I minus 1 ij into phi j of t. Instead of I, you are going to substitute it as 3. So g3 of t is equal to s3 of t minus summation j is equal to 1 to I minus 1. I is 3, right? 3 minus 1 is 2. S3j into phi j of t. Therefore, g3 of t will be equal to s3 of t minus j is equal to 1 and 2 you are going to substitute. So, first is 1, right? So, s31 into phi 1 of t minus s32 into phi 2 of t. Okay, now you have to find out two coefficients. One is your s31 and the second is your s32. Now what is your s31? S31 will be equal to 0 to t, s3 of t into phi 1 of t into dt, Sij formula, right? So now you have to find out the limit. So in order to find out the limit, you will be, let me draw it again. So s3 of t is t by 3 to t, amplitude 1, and phi 1 of t is equal to root 3 by t. So time duration is 0 to t3. Okay, so here you can see that there is no common area, right? See here it is 0 to t by 3 and here it is t by 3 to t. There is no common area. So you will be having S31 will be equal to 0. So what is your S32? S32 is equal to 0 to t, S3 of t into phi 2 of t into dt. So S3 of t, the same diagram, and phi 2 of t you will be having root 3 by 2 in the duration t by 3 to 2 3 by t, right? So what will be your limit? Now what is your limit here? So your common area is t by 3 to 2t by 3, right? Here it is t by 3 to t. So comparing both, your common area will be equal to t by 3 to 2t by 3. That is why your limit is applied here as 3 to t by 3 to 2t by 3 into what is your S3 of t is equal to 1 into here your amplitude phi 2 of t is equal to root 3 by t into dt. So apply the integration, you will be getting root 3 by 2 t into t of 2 t3 by 3 minus t by 3. So you will be getting root 3 by t into t by 3, right? So here into t by 3. So you will be getting root 3 by t, just like the previous, you can write t as root t into root t and 3 as root 3 into root 3. So 1 will get cancelled. So therefore S32 will be equal to root t by 3. Now what will be your G3 of t? G3 of t will be equal to S3 of t minus S31 is 0, right? Substitute the value of 0. S32 is root t by 3. So what will be your final formula? G3 of t is equal to S3 of t minus root t by 3 into phi 2 of t. So this will be your G3 of t. So now diagrammatically if you take G3 of t, S3 of t minus, now you are going to draw root t by 3 into phi 2 of t. What was your phi 2 of t? Phi 2 of t was your amplitude was equal to root 3 by t, right? Into root t by 3, both will get cancelled off. So you will be getting the amplitude as 1. Time duration is t by 3 to 2t3 by 3. Now G3 by t is equal to first diagram minus your second diagram. So see here, first diagram for 0 to t3, 0 to t3 you don't have any. So t by 3 to t. What is the value? 1. So t by 3 to t, here also the value is 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. So you will be getting only for the duration 2t by 3 to t. That is what written here. 2t by 3 to t, you will be having the amplitude as 1. Okay. Now you have found out what is G3 of t. Now can you find out the energy value? E G3 of t is equal to 0 to t G3 of t square into dt. G3 of t is equal to amplitude is 1. So 1 square. What will be a limit of G3 of t? G3 limit is equal to, what is your limit? 2t by 3 into t, right? So 2t by 3 to t. So what will be your value of E G3 of t? You will be getting t minus 2t by 3. So 3t minus 2t divided by 3, right? So you will be getting t by 3 joules. E G3 of t is equal to t by 3. So what will be your phi 3 of t? G3 of t divided by root of E G3 of t. So G3 of t divided by root of t by 3. So you will be getting, you can write it as such, or phi 3 of t is equal to, bringing it to the numerator, root 3 by t into G3 of t. Okay, phi 3. So now you have got, what are the equation you have got? Phi 1 of t you have got, phi 2 of t you have got, phi 3 of t you have got. Okay. So before that, let me tell you diagrammatically, phi 3 of t is equal to root 3 by t into G3 of t. G3 of t, what was your diagram which you have got? Right. This is your diagram. Into, you are going to multiply it by root 3 by t. So your amplitude will become root 3 by 2. Your time duration is 2t by 3 to t. Now you have got 3 orthonormal basis functions. So in the beginning of the question, I have told you your basis function is equal to number of linearly independent message signal, which is equal to 3. Already you have got 3 basis function. Okay, so you can, you know the answer now. Phi 4 of t will be equal to 0. Okay, so this will be your, and you have to check whether these are orthogonal to each other. So if we take phi 1 of t, so what was your phi 1 of t? Phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t, and phi 3 of t. So if I can draw it separately, phi 1 of t, what was your diagram? Let me check your diagram for phi 1 of t. Phi 1 of t, here it is 0 to t3. Okay. Phi 1 of t is equal to root 3 by t for 0 to t3. What was your phi 2 of t? Phi 2 of t is equal to t by 3 to 2t by 3. So if I can write it here, phi 1 of t 0 to t by 3. Here it is t by 3 to 2t by 3, and phi 3 of t is 2t by 3 to t. There is no overlapping. So it is orthogonal to each other and it has unit energy. Okay. So you can confirm that these 3 are your basis function. So for your verification, let me proceed with phi 4 of t and verify this. Phi 4 of t is equal to 0. So use the same step. Gi of t is equal to Si of t. Now you are going to substitute I is equal to 4. G4 of t is equal to S4 of t minus J is equal to 1 to 3. So what will be your expansion? Minus S4 1 into phi 1 of t minus S4 2 into phi 2 of t minus S4 3 into phi 3 of t. You are going to find out the 3 coefficients. What will be your S4 1, 0 to t, S4 of t into phi 1 of t. So if you want to find out the limit, draw S4 of t and phi 1 of t and see which is a common value, 0 to t, and here it is 0 to t3. So 0 to t3 will be your common value, right? So here you have 0 to t3, your limit into 1 into phi 1, your amplitude is root 3 by t into dt. So finally when you solve it, you will be getting S41 is equal to root t by 3. Similarly, you proceed for S42 will be again equal to root t by 3, and S43 will be again equal to root t by 3. So G4 of t, when you substitute the value, you will be getting G4 of t is equal to S4 of t minus root t by 3 into phi 1 of t plus phi 2 of t plus phi 4 of t. Okay. So G4 of t. Now you have to find out diagrammatically you are representing. So if I take it diagrammatically, so this will be your S4 of t 0 to t. What will be your phi 1 of t plus phi 2 of t plus phi 3 of t? So you will be getting, when you add 3, so 0 to t by 3, t by 3 to t, 2t by 3 and 2t by 3 to t, right? When you add both 3 together, you will be getting the time duration 0 to t. Again you have one more factor, root t by 3 into this, right? So here the amplitude is root 3 by t. When you multiply it with root t by 3, both will get cancelled, your amplitude will be equal to 1. So see here, your equation of G4 of t is S4 of t minus this. So both you have 0 to t, amplitude is 1, here also it is 1. So 1 minus 1, it is 0. So phi 4 of t is equal to 0. So this is just for your understanding. So if you therefore I can tell that number of orthonormal basis function is equal to 3. So number of orthonormal basis function is equal to number of independent message signal, which is equal to 3. Okay. So this is your explanation. Now suppose if the question is asked how to represent the given force signal in terms of basis function, then you can go for this procedure. So you have four signals, right? S1 of t, S2 of t, S3 of t and S4 of t. Okay, so this is your S1, S2, S3 and S4 of t. So if I want to represent S1 of t in terms of basis function, so you have got the equation phi 1 of t is equal to S1 of t into t by 3. Just cross multiply this together. So S1 of t is equal to phi 1 of t into root t by 3. So this is your first signal in terms of your orthonormal basis function. Similarly, you go for the second one. Second one, what is your value? Phi 2 of t, you have got root 3 by 2 into G2 of t. Instead of G2 of t, substitute the value S2 of t minus root t by 3 into phi 1 of t. From this, can you find out the value for S2 of t? S2 of t is equal to root t by 3 into phi 1 of t plus root t by 3 into phi 2 of t. Similarly, for S3 of t, what did you get? Phi 3 of t is equal to G3 of t divided by root t by 3. Cross multiply it together. Substitute the value for G3 of t. From this, you can find out the value for S3 of t. S3 of t is equal to root t by 3 into phi 2 of t plus root t by 3 into phi 3 of t. Now, S4 of t, I am taking it in an easy method. S4 of t is equal to S1 of t plus S3 of t. So, S1 of t you know, S3 of t you know. When you add both together, what will you get? If I take root t by 3 as common, phi 1 of t plus phi 2 of t plus phi 3 of t. So these are your explanation.